I'd say it was a very lofty goal when I was on the junior team in 2008, just kind of like, oh, maybe I could one day go to the Olympics. More seriously, these last couple years, it really started to feel it, and then when I found out, it was very special. It was just kind of like, couldn't believe it happened.
As you would expect, it was an unbelievable experience. I would say my favorite memory was qualifying for the Olympics, because we didn't qualify the year before in the World Championships. So after the boat was selected, it was you were selected to the boat, but you didn't know if you were going to the Olympics. And so we had to go to a race, and it was like a month or two before the Olympics, and that was the only chance you got. And qualifying there was pretty spectacular. Just everything hits you in one moment.
I love it here. I get goosebumps coming to practice, you know, stuff like that. I really enjoyed my collegiate experience here, so it just makes it that much more special that I get to train here going to the Olympics.
We weren't returning to try to compete again because we had already done that. The goal was to definitely improve on that and try to see how well we could do. And throughout these 4 years, the boat has always felt better. There has been steady improvement in all aspects of our training, of our physiology, of our technique, and I think at this point we're in every aspect of the standard, we are better than we were in 2012.
If someone would have told me, like, hey, you'd be rowing in the Olympics with this guy, I would have told you he'll be in the Olympics. I don't know if I will. So it's really cool that I get to race with one of my former teammates.
From the first day that I knew Tyler, he's been a hard worker, the hardest worker probably I know, and he's always been extremely fit, but that hasn't stopped him from working harder to get even fitter. And I think as I've known Tyler, what's progressed is his technical ability, and it's just gotten better every year, and that's how he got to where he is now.
Robin brings a lot. He brings a lot of experience, and also he's just a really good racer. You know, some people either have or don't have it. He definitely does. You know, he knows how to make like race time decision calls that are just precise and what you need to hear.
Whether it's open weight women, lightweight men, and heavyweight men as an alum. So I'm just really looking forward to being able to watch these guys and pull up whatever streaming I can find out there and watch them in all their qualifying rounds, and hopefully they make the A final and seeing what they can do as far as winning medals.
It's kind of a mixed feeling right now because we are still working really hard, and the focus is on the daily practice and the daily execution and improvement. But it is nice to step back and really enjoy how awesome it is. And normally we just sort of put our heads down and work, but once in a while we can really appreciate it. Having spent a lot of time trying to make the Olympic team and having a lot of failures, it really puts into perspective what this means and how important it is for me. Not in that the Olympics would change who I am, but that the process of getting there has really been transformative.
I kind of feel like I never left. So I started here in the fall of '04 and rode collegiately through the spring of 2008, and I trained here for an additional like 2.5 years through like the spring of 2011. And then we were in California for a couple years, and then pretty much I was back here in 2014 full time. The training now is kind of, the volume has decreased, maybe the intensity has increased, kind of we're getting ready for race prep. But in the previous months, just a ton of volume, like over 220K a week, whether in the boat or on the erg. And then, you know, we mix in the intensity in there too, but now it's easier, it's less, but we're just kind of geared up and getting ready to go. Going back is a challenge in amongst itself. You don't just go to one and then you walk on to the next one. You know, there was a lot of selection we went through to get into the boat, and even to qualify the boat for the Olympics. That was intense and stressful, but all worth it. And the event itself in Rio will be a lot of fun to just go down there and test our speed. I thank the coaches here at Princeton who helped me become an oarsman, and the guys I rode with. It's really easy to learn from guys who are really good. And I had a couple older guys in the classes above me who I rode with that kind of taught me how things are done, and I've taken that with me through today.
Princeton absolutely gave me the framework for where I was going to go, and then pretty much every time I have had a crisis, and rowing is really all about managing failure and managing crisis because you are constantly being tested and it's part of the game. I've gone back to the staples that I learned in being in this boathouse, and Lori taught me how to be tough and resilient and fierce, and that is essentially what has gotten me through the last 10 years. It's been everything.
When I was here, you see a lot of guys walking around the boathouse, and they're the greats. They're the ones who went to the Olympics and performed really well. So I feel honored to be kind of mentioned in that circle of names now.
When I graduated, I thought it would potentially be my last time here, and I've returned, I think, every year. So that's been pretty great. And the reason is that I am where I am today because of the foundations that were laid down in this boathouse, and because of the team and the coaches that helped me get to this place. And so representing everything that contributed to where I am today